Hello there, and welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect 2. Last time out, we helped Samara move on from her past in quite a tense confrontation with her daughter Morinth, when all was said and done. Karen having to go undercover once again, pretending to be someone that she's not. She really is, she should be part of MI6, MI5, whatever you want to call it. She's like a 00 agent out here. This time though, as it's been fairly full on recently, we're going to start off today with just having a bit of a chinwag with all the people on board the ship, because we haven't had a proper debrief for all the people that we've helped. We've just been going from issue to issue, and we're going to start off with the one and only Zaid, see if he's got anything to say for himself.
This mission takes me back.
Oh yeah?
Tough fight on Horizon. I fought slavers and kidnapping rings, but nothing like that. Some slavers took a little girl on a colony in the Skepsis system. Girl woke up, fought her way out, got picked up by my band well on her way to Omega. 8 years old. She'd have had no chance on Horizon.
Wow, keep it light.
Collectors and Protheans. It's all about my pay grade. I'm more used to putting down rebellions, tracking down bastards who didn't pay their gambling debts. Still, even I know a galaxy-shaking revelation when I hear one. Makes fighting land wars for pay seem small time.
Zaid's clearly starting to realise the scale of this operation. Had a bit of a catch-up with Jack. She seemed very grateful that we helped her blow up the facility that kind of kept her against her will, tortured her.
Hey.
Tell me something I don't know about you.
Nothing to tell. Why?
I'm just curious, sir. I want to get to know the crew better.
I want to know more, and I'm not going away.
I'm here to fight for you. Nothing says we have to be friends, but whatever. Something you don't know, huh? Obvious stuff, like what's up with my ink, or something else just as boring? You're not really interested unless it affects you. I've been through all this shit before.
Look, you don't make this really easy, do you, Jack?
You're a hard person to like, Jack.
Really? I had no idea. What other amazing insights do you have that I'm too stupid to see?
Surely got some friends out there. Given all the bad shit you've done, there's a lot of bad people in this universe.
You're tough, but you can't have survived alone all these years.
When I was starting out, I ran with this girl Minara and her boyfriend. They knew their way around. I thought they'd help me. Right. They helped me into their bed. And when we finally did take down something big, they helped themselves to my share of the take. I knew where it was heading. And I got them first. Never bothered with friends after that.
So you knew they'd kill you?
They sound like selfish pricks. That doesn't mean they were gonna kill you.
I get feelings. I don't need proof. I did the smart thing. I always do the smart thing if people fuck with me. That's probably something you should remember.
Well, keep that in mind, Jack. I think you should keep in mind the same sort of thing.
You work pretty hard at not letting people get close.
I've been with lots of people. If you're asking about a boyfriend or a girlfriend, no. It's a waste of time and it never works. You let someone get that close, it just means they need a shorter knife. Lonely and alive works just fine, thanks.
Lonely, huh? I mean, I kind of get that.
Seems like you miss it a little more than you want to admit.
Pick every little word apart if you want, but it doesn't change the way the galaxy works. Come on, you've been around.
Go on then, I'll ask about the ink.
I'll bite. What's with the tattoos?
Some are for prisons I've been in. Some are for kills. You know, good ones. Some are for things I've lost. Those aren't your business. They're nobody's business. And some are because, hey, why the fuck not?
Oh, well, good catching up, Jack. I'm sure we'll talk again down the line.
I have to go. But we should do this again.
Wait. My turn with the questions. People usually walk by now. Why are you really asking all these things? What's your game, Shepard?
You are a fascinating individual, Jack.
I've never met anyone like you.
Whatever. It'll come back to what you can take. It always does. Later, Shepard.
Tough nut to crack. but I think she's slowly letting her guard down.
Kenneth, what has the new shielding done to your power grid balance?
Not much. With built-in capacitor subsystems, they have a surprisingly low draw.
Doesn't that mean the shielding boost wouldn't last long under fire?
True. They're built for hard, fast strikes, not firefights of attrition.
Yeah, they've mentioned that. We have been in the background upgrading the ship as we talk with more and more people, making the Normandy even better. Tally, though, clearly she's got some stuff to catch up on after the treason debacle.
Keela, I'm sorry I dragged you into Quarian politics. All that infighting, seeing what my father did. You were the only one there for me, Shepard. The only cover I had against that storm. Thank you.
Was that a particularly normal trial, Tally? It didn't seem like it.
Are Quarian politics always like that?
No. Sometimes it can actually get unpleasant. We're a very social people, Shepard. We have to be, to make up for being stuck in these suits. And part of that means getting involved in each other's business.
And their politics ever going to shift?
I imagine they're trying to fill your father's spot on the Admiralty board. What will that do to the balance of power?
I have no idea. Being exiled might have made it easier. A few people are suggesting me as a candidate. Replacing an admiral takes time, though. You may not have noticed, but Quarians like to debate.
Oh, I really did notice that. You did deserve better, though. You were treated like a piece of shit.
The whole trial was insulting. You should have had time to mourn your father.
I don't think life is about what you deserve. But my father would be honored that I chose to mourn him by blowing up a lot of gas. I should get back to work. But thanks for checking on me.
Oh, we're good friends, Tally. I was always going to check in on you. There's one more person down this neck of the ship. No, not Zaid. Grunt over here. We haven't spoken to him in quite a while. Since his rite of passage onto Chanka. I wonder if he's a bit more settled.
Shepard,
Just checking in. How are you doing?
the hold is too open. Not enough cover. Armor is limited. Warlord Granth would target here to scatter heavy cargo, then focus on engines. That's what tank imprints show about human ships anyway. It's how I learned from the tank. Old pictures where memory is. Like holding a book for a child. Just remember this picture after picture. No help with finding a reason to care.
You got any other human imprints in there that I should be worried about?
What other human info's floating around in there?
Less than a finger deep to sever your spine. You're soft. Solarians, Asari, all soft. Quarians, not so much. Turians, you have to work the blade, I guess. Don't see much point to it, though. Much point. Never mind.
No reaction then?
Something must move you. You're as genetically Krogan as you can get.
I see suffering, the dead, and I think weak. I'm supposed to be strong. My guts were grown from thousands more worthy. The dead were weak. If they were strong, I wouldn't be needed. I don't know why Okeer started teaching. When he turned on the tank the first time, I screamed. Weak, pitiful.
But you still became strong though, Grunt.
So you started small, but you became what you are. Not everyone gets that chance.
I'm built for strength, but didn't earn it. I just am. Those dead were strong enough to try, even if they lost. The perfect Krogan, ignoring what made me. No strength in that. I'll take another look at what happened to the Krogan. Find a reason to care about it.
Grunt goes through a bit of a identity crisis, it would appear. Next up to the crew's quarters. A lot of people to catch up with here. First up is going to be the one and only Kasumi.
Hey, Shepard.
Hey, Kasumi. Anything to get off your chest?
I really appreciate your help with the Hawk heist. I've been going through Keiichi's gray box. It's so nice to have him back. Even in that form, I miss him.
Oh, Karen's starting to let her guard down a little bit as she gets to know her crew.
My heart goes out to Miranda and her sister. That's a rough situation.
Yeah, speaking of which, I need to go and have a catch-up with her, but anything
It
else?
must have been really hard for Samara to ask you to help kill her own daughter. She told me she really appreciated your help. As hardcore as she is, I'm not sure she could have done it without you.
Very true.
Come back later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about.
I'm sure we will as well. But you know what, for now, I think I've earned a well-earned drink. Yep, you earned that one, Karen. We could get absolutely rat-ass, but I think just a quick shot is all that was needed. Thane. Now, I've kind of kept my distance from Thane here. Still warming up to him.
Do you need something?
Loving the shades. Loving the new look. We'll talk about you, though.
Have a few minutes to talk?
Certainly.
You don't seem like your typical assassin, nor do you seem very confident.
You know, when I went looking for an assassin, I expected to get a badass. You seem more like a monk.
In my experience, those who are truly dangerous don't act like they are. The Hanar trained my body for this role since I was 6 years old.
Wow. 6?
You've been killing since you were 6?
Of course not. I didn't make my first kill until I was 12.
Oh, my mistake.
I was not to be used and thrown away. I was an investment.
Seems a bit rigid and cold.
You were a child, not an investment.
I've given you the wrong idea. They valued me, yes, as a resource, but also as a person. They regretted their need for me.
You mentioned the Hanar. We've spoken with them a few times. Not many.
The Hanar? Excessively polite, worship the Protheans? They don't seem the type who train assassins.
Every species trains assassins. The Hanar are only unusual in that they need other species to do the killing for them. They have a strong grip and natural toxins, but have you ever seen one move quickly outside of water? Or fire a gun?
Why did your parents agree to this?
The agreement was made under the Compact. It was an honor for our family.
The Compact?
We live on the Hanar homeworld because they rescued us, some of us, from extinction. We owe them our lives. That is the Compact.
Tell me more about this compact.
What exactly are the terms of the Compact?
There are many things the Hanar can't do, even with mechanical aid. They ask Drell to assist them.
I mean, they sound like absolute pushovers.
The way you describe it, the Hanar sound like weaklings.
Out here, they are. But if you could see them in the encompassing, the oceans of Kaje, you would see them differently. A stream of silver in the dark, looping, diving. So fast the eye can't follow. Laughter like the squeals of a child vibrates the water. They fly over the black of the seabed like birds, plumed with the light of heaven.
That's the second time he's done that now. It sounds very odd.
Why was your race going extinct?
Overpopulation. That must sound trite to you. Humans developed mass effect drive before the problem became acute. Our homeworld, Rakana, had few resources. We hadn't even developed fusion power when the soil began to fail from overuse and pollution. The Hanar found us a century ago. They sent hundreds of ships, evacuated thousands of us. Billions more had to be left behind.
What's it like now?
What's the state of Rakana now?
Do you read your philosophers? A man named Thomas Hobbes. When all the world is overcharged with inhabitants, then the last remedy of all is war, which provideth for every man by victory or death. As Rakana died around them, my people slaughtered each other for mouthfuls of water, crumbs of food.
But you don't kill for the Hanar anymore. You're freelance. What changed?
I was asleep for a long time, yes. I paid no attention to what my body was asked to do, but then... laser dot trembles on the skull. One finger twitch. He dies. Then, the smell of spice on the spring wind. Sunset-colored eyes defiant in the scope. The laser dances away. My apologies. Drell slip into memory so easily.
Yeah, you've done that a few times now. What was that all about?
Was that one of your assassinations?
Yes. Perhaps we can discuss it later. I've wasted too much of your time.
Well, alright, I'll come back and chat to you another time, Thane. I'll leave you here with your snazzy new shades, just sort of staring at the Mass Effect core. It is quite mesmerizing. Next up, I wanted to have a bit of a chat with Samara, the most recent person to have her personal issue resolved.
Morinth haunted my dreams and waking hours equally. For the first time in 400 years, I am free. I am a ruined vessel of sorrow and regret, but I am free. It is not a feeling I can describe.
You've clearly got some feelings for Morinth, given the fact that she was your daughter and everything.
You said that Morinth was a monster, but she was still your daughter.
She was the strongest and smartest. She would not accept the injustice thrust upon her. She fought to the end. I am so proud of her, Shepard.
Really?
Killed her for being what she was.
And I would again. But I also know what it means to leave everything behind and fight. Do you realize that she went on the run at the age of 40? I do not know human years well, but it is very young for Asari.
Was it worth it?
It was never a question of worth, but of need. I had to take the action I did, as did she. This was never a story that would have a happy outcome.
That's one way of thinking about it. You're trying to bury your feelings down?
You did your duty. What about your feelings?
One of my daughters is dead. My hopes, my dreams were all bound up in my children. Still, my feelings have always come after my duty. The same is true of you.
So now what? You all focused on the task ahead?
What will you do now that Morinth is gone?
Assuming I survive your mission, I am a Justicar. Injustice still exists, and perhaps even other Ardat-Yakshi.
Morinth claimed that her condition was the future of the Asari race.
Morinth would say anything that served her cause. Ardat-Yakshi are sterile, Shepard. That wouldn't be a particularly viable future for my people.
Noted.
I thought Ardat-Yakshi were extremely rare.
Asari have spread to many worlds. There are remote regions with no government oversight. If I travel to those worlds and they do exist, I will find them.
Is there any way to prevent it?
There's no way to correct the condition Morinth had?
We are an advanced species, but we don't have magic. When the trait manifests at maturity, it is too late for mitigation. It only occurs in purebloods like myself. Perhaps that is the root of the stigma regarding Asari-exclusive pairings. I don't know.
You don't want to settle down?
I did. I returned to my homeworld and tried to start a family. I will fight and struggle all my life. That is my fate. When I die, it will not be in bed. I am at peace with that.
Christ, sounds a bit final.
You still control the direction of your life.
I have chosen this path. I truly am at peace, due in no small part to you.
I'm just glad to be of help, Samara, really. Always a pleasure chatting with you. Next up, Miranda, the second in command, as it were. We spoke with her briefly after helping her with her sister Oriana.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Any updates on your end?
A minute, Miranda?
Of course. I'd been meaning to speak with you, in fact.
Oh?
I wanted to apologize. I didn't fully believe you'd be up to the task, and it seems I was wrong. Frankly, based on what I've seen, I wish Cerberus had recruited you earlier.
As long as we're speaking frankly, Cerberus have not really ingratiated themselves with me.
I trust you, but I don't trust Cerberus. Your experiments cross the line.
All the time, yes. But I recall a Spectre who crossed a few lines while hunting down Saren and the Geth. And we'd be lucky to have you. Too many join us out of simple xenophobia. We need more people here for the right reasons.
And Jack?
What was Cerberus trying to prove by experimenting on children like Jack?
A mistake, no question. Not mine. And one that was corrected once we discovered the extent of the experiments being performed.
With your intelligence, you could have landed any job you wanted. Why choose this?
Because I still envy the time Morden spent with the Special Tasks Group, working with people as smart as he was. Cerberus never tells me that something is impossible. They give me my resources and say do it. And they've given you even more. A new life, a new ship, the elusive man's personal attention.
You do sound rather unhappy, Miranda.
What, you disapprove?
No. I'm just impressed. You're... well, look at you. A kid from the slums of Earth. No family, little formal education.
Cheers.
And you've done more than I could. Despite everything my father did to make me perfect, you're the best humanity has to offer.
Really? We're still going down this rabbit hole?
Does it always have to come back to your father's genetic tailoring?
This is what I am, Shepard. I can't hide it. The intelligence, the looks, even the biotics. He paid for all of that. Every one of your accomplishments is due to your skill. The only things I can take credit for are my mistakes.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
That's a tough feeling to live with. Maybe after we save the galaxy, you'll change your mind.
We can hope. Thanks for coming by, Shepard. I appreciate it.
No problem. Just a general chinwag with the crew. Always good to see how people are getting on.
Stationed on Horizon?
Yes. If I hadn't joined Cerberus, I'd be abducted by the collectors right now.
Yeah, even the crew have got their own little backstory. Garrus, though.
Shepard, need me for something?
Yeah, a bit of a catch-up.
Have you got a minute?
Sure, just killing time anyway. Optimizing weapons charges, planning attack vectors, you know, relaxing. I'm still trying to figure out how to prepare for this mission. Humans don't deal with stress the way Turians do.
Ilos?
I thought you'd be used to high-risk operations on human ships. I mean, think about trekking Saren to Ilos.
Sure, but that was quick. We raced out, landed, blew up some Geth, and saved the galaxy. This time we've got Miranda and Cerberus and that AI all telling us what we're up against. I think I preferred blind optimism.
I think we've spoken before about quite a lot of this, Garrus. I'm not interested in easing stress together.
Thanks for the talk, Garrus. I'll see you later.
Sure thing.
You're just chilling. I will leave you to your calibrations. A couple more people to have a catch-up with. Both of them on the main deck. I want to see if Jacob's got anything he wants to get off his chest. And also, Morden. Been a while since we've spoken with Morden. We have unlocked some research, apparently, to upgrade the ship. May as well do that, some extended fuel cells. And we can upgrade the tech damage, may as well. See all this stuff going on behind the scenes. Keeping ourselves fully upgraded. Got a few things I want to be looking into. The assault rifle damage will be the next thing.
Shepard, how can I help?
Just want to have a bit of a chat about you, to be honest, Morden.
Have you got a minute to talk?
Yes, would like that, actually. Talked about work earlier. Time with Special Tasks Group, studying genophage. Wasn't entirely honest. Lie of omission. Also, other kinds. Need to clear the air. Mission too important to keep secrets. Work on genophage was more than just study.
Thought so.
I had a feeling you were holding something back.
Apologies, classified information, but you've earned the full story. Need to know me, what I can do, what I did. Wasn't lying completely. Initially just did recon, but uncovered data. Troubling. Krogan population was increasing at faster rate than expected. Krogan were adapting to genophage, overcoming disease.
Perhaps they weren't adapting.
Maybe they were just having a lucky year. Or fewer mercs left, meaning more Krogan were left to repopulate.
Please, Shepard. Social environmental concerns accounted for. Not an undergraduate. Population spike caused by adaptation to genophage. No other possibility.
How did that happen then?
Did the Krogan evolve, or did some of their scientists develop a treatment?
Krogan scientists? Never met Krogan scientist worthy of term. No. Natural evolution. Krogan physiology incredibly durable. Organ redundancy, backup systems, cellular regeneration. Genophage like any other natural hazard. Krogan evolved past it.
This is probably a major threat.
The Krogan are dangerous enough already. With an unchecked birth rate, they could endanger the whole galaxy.
Exactly. Solarian government agreed. Authorized STG to take steps. Personally led a science team. Geneticists, chemists, sociologists, mathematicians. Created new version of genophage. Released it on Tuchanka, other Krogan-centric areas. Restabilized Krogan population.
Well, if you're going to go that far, do you ever consider absolute genocide? I mean, I hate to ask the question.
If the Krogan are so dangerous, why not just sterilize them outright?
Not a war criminal. Not a murderer. Genocide unnecessary. Krogan as a whole, violent, aggressive, still have outliers worth saving. Genophage modification protected galaxy, allowed Krogan chance to survive. Everyone wins. Good for us, good for them.
How do you even distribute it?
How did you distribute the modified genophage?
Covert drops, hospitals, clan centers, water supplies. Very difficult. Few Solarians on Tuchanka. Team got caught a few times. Had to fight free. Messy. Better when things went as planned.
And the overall effects of the modification of the genophage?
How did your genophage modification work?
Krogan evolution attached garbage genetic code to genophage attack sites. Modification created other areas for garbage code to connect. Left sites clean, capable, running smoothly.
Was that really the best way?
You never considered other options?
Hundreds. Thousands. Modified genophage offered best outcome. Stabilized population, avoided publicity that could incite Krogan anger, averted potential genocide, or devastating war. Best solution for whole galaxy. Krogan included.
I think overall you might have done the right thing, keeping the Krogan in check.
You were protecting galactic stability. I'm glad to see you were willing to do what was necessary.
Indeed. Collectors doing horrific things may face hard choices. Wanted you to know I'm willing to do what's necessary. Should get back to work. Talk more later. Next time tissue synthesis has to compile. Good for free time.
Well, fair dues. I mean, Morden's still putting some past behind him.
Commander, can I help you with something?
Just want a quick chin wagger.
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
If you want, Commander. Cerberus has ranks, but it's not the Alliance. No rules about fraternization. Your boat, your call. You want to get friendly with everyone? That's your business.
Karen, this ain't like you.
I just want to show an interest in the crew. Let me know if I go too far.
Yeah, that was a bit tight. Sorry. Cerberus makes everyone suspicious. It's how people stay alive. I like you, Shepard. So talk, and we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
You want to talk about what happened with your father?
I don't really have anything to say about that, Commander. It's done with.
Fair dues. And the family?
Anyone waiting for you back home?
Only child and no extended family. Never settled down. Didn't seem fair with this job. But you can't miss what you never had.
What about Miranda, though? She seems like she might be into you.
I know you and Miranda work together. I got the impression it might have been more than that.
It got a little close. Then it got really far apart. The rest isn't your business, Commander.
Fair dues. I'll drop that.
Consider it dropped. I trust you to keep everything professional, Jacob.
Thanks. That always bugged me about the Alliance. They didn't let people handle their own problems. Cerberus isn't any better. They just put more effort into hiding how much they spy on you.
Let them watch. We're not hiding anything.
Wouldn't matter if we were. It's not like they can reel us in. We're handling this, whether they like it or not. Anyway, I should get back to prep. Nice talking to you, Shepard. Let's do it again sometime.
I think Jacob needs to get back in his box. And Karen, for that matter. Overly flirting. No need for any of that shenanigans here on the Normandy.
For you, Commander.
Well, thanks, Kelly. Probably worth checking in with you as well while we're here.
You had me so worried when you were trapped on the collector ship. Thank goodness for Edie.
Well, like the entire crew, we all stepped up.
The Normandy crew delivered. Including you.
You're too kind. We were there to help, but EDI gets the credit this time. The Elusive Man made sure EDI was installed for this mission. Now I see why. Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
I mean, I know we've just spoken with them, but is there anything about the crew that I need to know about?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
We've already spoken with her before about this sort of thing.
Okay. Maybe we'll
So I think
talk
that's
later.
actually going to conclude this part. It's been no action, all talking, but sometimes that's what we need on this run through of Mass Effect 2. It can't all just be about shooting mercs in the face. It's good to get to know the crew better and get everyone on side. So that will conclude this part. Next time out, we're going to look to the journal. Maybe find our way back to Ilium, because we've got some unfinished business with Liara. Got some intel to give her, plus this message about hunting down the Shadow Broker as well. That feels like it could be quite beneficial to our cause. More intel. The more we know, the better. So I'll catch you next time on Let's Play Mass Effect 2. See you then.